Good evening, Radio Brunel. Please welcome your host for tonight, the gentleman.
And we're back with an episode called W.K.D. And you take that how you will, be it the drink, the wicked, I don't know. But I've done 12 episodes of The Gentleman, and this is episode 13. It just so happens that on the 13th show, I'm bringing back some gentlemanly jingles. Yep, it's that time of the show where I introduce my guest for the week. And I don't big my guests up enough, basically. And this is sort of a running joke on the show. So I've decided to sort of play a bit of background music while I introduce them. And this is No Good Deed, because I thought we'd keep with the Wicked theme. And this is quite a dramatic track. So while I introduce the guests, this is going to be in the background, just there. So, on the show this week is Tom Durkan and
Hello.
Adam Willis.
Hey.
So briefly describe yourselves, because we'll find out about you a bit more in a minute with one of the features. But what do you do? What do you study? What do you study? Whatever. Just a couple of sentences about yourself.
Well, I study civil engineering. I met Johnny in first year. Great to meet him.
And Tom, what's your game?
My specialist subject is... I'm Tom Durkan. I study product design. I met Johnny through Willis because we lived together in first year, and Johnny wouldn't leave us alone, basically.
Yeah. Who are you? The playground game returns. That is right. The chatterbox. Do you call it chatterboxes? Because we've got Kent and Essex.
I thought it was a cootie catcher.
See, now, no, wait.
Or is that American?
Right. See, because this was the argument I was having with Sarah, who used to be the lady on Lady and Gentleman, and she called them a cootie catcher as well, and that was Wales, and I don't know whether we were ruling it out as her being Welsh, but maybe across the board it's a cootie catcher. I don't know. These questions allow the listeners to get to know the guest better. This series, I've changed a couple of things. One, the chatterbox from each show will be downloadable from Facebook. Eventually, #bring back the chatterbox. And 2, we will only be answering 4 of the questions, as before we used to answer 8, so that's new. And then finally, due to the randomness associated with the chatterbox, you'll find in front of you an envelope which says my prediction on it. Okay, right? I've been inspired by Darren Brown to try and predict the questions we answer and the colours we choose, right? And I don't want this to sort of sway, like you're always going to think we're doing that, we're going to choose that colour. I don't want this to sway. It needs to be a natural game, and you can change your mind as many times as you like.
You're so Darren Brown.
We'll come back to that. If I get this right, so if I do get the position right, you have to do a forfeit live on next week's show. So the chances of me getting the forfeit's not going to be 2K, it's not going to be dunk yourself in a bucket of beans, because we're not going to be able to do that in the studio. But I mean, there'll be some sort of, maybe you have to do a karaoke or something on next week's show to sort of. But the chances of me getting this right.
If you get it wrong, do you do a forfeit?
I will do a forfeit if I get it wrong. Just to explain the show a bit further, because I think people are going, Wicked. What W.K.D. What? So, Adam's second name is Willis, Tom's second name is Durkan, and mine is Knight. So we've just combined.
Right, yeah.
Have you just thought of that?
No.
Oh, right.
No, that's.
Yeah, that's news to me as well. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh, right.
No one told me.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought. That's why I called it Wicked.
I was thinking students drink VK anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
it makes sense
embarrassed
now.
to say we haven't actually seen Wicked. So, yeah.
No,
I'm glad there's actually
I
good
saw
link
Wicked
there,
when I was younger. I can't believe it's still in the West End, but and it's like in America, won Tony Award, and yeah.
So I'll do it for you, Tom.
Well, pressure now, because if he predicts these.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Oh yeah, I'm gonna write down.
Yeah.
They're written down here, supposedly.
Yeah.
They are written down there, but
Darren
I need to
Brown.
know that.
I've been wearing my tinfoil hat all week, so
Yeah, so you can't read my thoughts.
No one can get in my thoughts.
The government, man. I'll have purple.
Yes.
P-U-R-P-L-E.
It's in my brain.
So you got 2, 3, 6 or 7?
3,
1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 5 or 8.
4, please.
If someone were to make a movie about your life, who would you hope would play you?
Who would I hope would play me?
We all answer the question, by the way, because it just, why not?
Oh, I know one. I think you said this before. Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. I've been told I look like Cillian Murphy, star of 28 Days Later. Before, so I think he'd be a good fit. Adam Willis.
Who would be me?
Who do you look like? The child.
Jeremy Clarkson has been.
Jeremy Clarkson's love child.
He's not really an actor, but
No.
I think he'd do it justice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're from Essex, so are there any actors in Essex from Essex that could play the role, or do they only just do reality TV?
No, they're just reality TV, and
They're all talentless, basically.
amazing singers. Yeah.
Amazing singers.
Yeah.
Oh, Adele's from
Yeah.
Essex, I suppose.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
So Adele would play you.
Adele would play you.
Adele would play you in a
Yeah.
Great job she would do as well.
Yeah. So one talent. Yeah. I guess. There's only like Joey Essex.
Yeah.
And all
Yeah,
that.
and he's a flower.
Can't call him a talent, really.
No.
So I don't know who would play me. Everyone always takes a mick when it comes to this sort of question with me. Like, do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
people.
Sam Tarley, yeah.
Yeah, literally, people always say you're either gonna be Samuel Tarley, Podrick,
Podrick, yeah.
or like James Corden or someone. I'll be like, you're just picking people that are a bit chubby. Really. Like, there's nothing to it than that. There's no like charming, charismatic man. That's I don't know. I reckon like Christian Bale. Like
Christian Bale, yeah.
Jason Statham. Can you imagine him with a quiff?
Can't imagine him with hair.
I can't imagine him with hair, to be honest.
No, Christian Bale would do it. He'd like... I was going to say he'd pack on the pounds to play you, but that's insulting. You know he does that. He puts on weight for roles.
He
He
does.
loses it all again.
He sort of looked like... Have you seen American Hustle?
Yeah.
He sort of looked like my dad in American Hustle. Like, because with that weight and
With the
everything.
elaborate hair as well.
Yeah, with the ridiculous hair, yeah.
Is that how you do your hair before the show?
What, just sort of like
Put a
slick
little
it?
bit of powder on, a bit of glue,
Big glue,
comb,
yeah.
comb the top over.
Oh,
Yeah, I perm my hair as well, like Bradley Cooper. There, it takes a lot of effort to get it.
That makes me Jennifer Lawrence. So.
I'm secretly bald. And
Oh, okay.
so really, you've let the cat out the bag there.
Oh, yeah.
From the chatterbox.
Oh yeah, Tom's go.
Pick a colour: green, blue, orange, or purple.
I'll go with orange. It's got my face on it.
Ooh.
8.
8. If you could witness any event, past, present, or future, what would it be?
Popped in my head, maybe like the first moon landings or so. Would be like pretty interesting.
That didn't happen though, did it?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's the first thing. I want to know if it actually
Stanley
did happen.
Kubrick
you know?
shot that in
yeah.
a studio.
So we're going to create controversy
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
on the gentleman.
Get your tinfoil hats out, listeners.
Yeah.
Do you believe in aliens, though?
I believe that there's life somewhere in the universe because of the sheer size of it, but I don't think they've visited us.
No, they haven't. And there'll be no similar representation as to us. But some sort of life. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because it's like, when people say bees are alien, like, it's,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, like, if some sort of, like, bacterial growth that landed from outside of space, like, mutated a bee, and now that bee's an alien bee, like, and that's why they're all dying, because they can't cope with the mutations.
And they're disappearing back to their home planet.
This is like The Happening. Have you seen the film The Happening?
No.
Good. What a waste of a life. It's just the worst. And you find it like people basically are killing themselves. I'm going to ruin the story for you because I'm telling you now. There's no point
Spoiler
watching
alert.
it. Alright, spoiler alert. Right.
Have you got a
else
jingle
out there?
for spoiler alert?
We could record. We could just make a jingle with our voices. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Turn your radios down now.
I don't know what that was. So basically, they all kill themselves because
Oh, good.
there's something in the pollen, and that's generally what it is, and that's why bees are dying. Right, it starts with the bees and ends up with the humans. And it's just I don't know, an increase of dopamine or something in the brain, and people are killing themselves. Like, I need to kill myself, and that's the film. And people are running from pollen in the entire film. So, the future's bright.
I would quite morbidly like to see my own funeral. See what the turnout's like.
That is a good one, though.
Yeah, see
That
who
is
comes
good.
along.
Because you don't know, like, what... Because I've never been to a funeral. Not that it's like...
Lucky you.
Not that it's like on the bucket list or anything, but... ironically. But...
Someone else's bucket list.
I don't... Like, I've never been to a wedding either. And I think, like, if I'm gonna
Have you got any friends or family?
But I've got family, but they don't get married.
Or die.
No one's getting married these days. Like, I'm seeing photos on Facebook because people have graduated and got married. I'm like, cheers for the invite. Like, funeral's a good one. I'd quite like to see everyone, but it's a bit boring. The end of time, like the end of the earth.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like I've seen that on Doctor Who, though.
yeah, I think about that, and I think they did a pretty good job there. Because everyone's like, that's going to be the end of the earth. Like, there's going to be people made out of skin preserving themselves. Like, the woman from my family is going to be
Voicing it.
be a skin. I'd quite like to also see the beginning of time, though. So, like...
Oh, the dinosaurs.
Like
dinosaurs
and stuff.
Dinosaurs would be
But
cool.
all that reminds me of, like, The Simpsons, where he kills a bug.
The time-travelling toaster.
Yeah, time-travelling toaster. Kills a bug and he comes back and they've got, like it's raining donuts and stuff. I think that's the same episode. But, spoiler alert again. Give it a go again, and...
Green, 1, please.
Which celebrity do you get mistaken for?
Whoops.
I've been called Jay off the In-Betweeners when I had slightly longer hair.
Right, okay.
And that was always in sort of dimly lit spaces, but I had that a few times off several different people. Cillian Murphy and what's that film? Jared Leto but only in Requiem for a Dream.
People have mistaken me for like Jeremy Clarkson's son. Really, like.
Well, you've
told
girls
I've
that
met them on to believe I am
in liquid smoking area.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. See, I tell people I'm James Corden's son. Doesn't have the same.
No. They're like, oh, poor you.
I don't know who I look like. Put up Samuel Tarley. I don't know. Who do I get mistaken for? Celebrity. The Gentleman.
You are a celebrity in your own right.
I am my own celebrity. I don't know. Do I have any resemblance to anyone? Probably Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin, yeah. Excuse me, are you Peter Griffin?
I don't know. It's a bit of a pain not looking like anyone because, like, you know, when it comes to like Halloween, which is this month, by the way, you don't you just try and jump onto a character or something, like, and you want a cheap character, you know. You don't want to be like someone says you like Scooby Doo and you have to get a Scooby Doo outfit or something, like. But yeah, it's a tragic life not looking like a celebrity.
I just wish I looked like Scooby Doo more.
Yeah. But it's okay. I just wear a white t-shirt and green trousers and brown shoes, and I'm a step closer to being a celebrity.
Standard Johnny going out clothes. Rocking the shirt.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna go green.
Oh, green. He's getting in your head. Green.
2? Have you had 2 yet?
Some subliminal coughing there. 2.
This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
If you were immortal for a day, what would you do?
Run through like a fire or something. Like.
You know what I'd quite like? I'd quite like to die. I'd quite like to die. Like, obviously come back because it's quite a grim way to die. Through you know, when a plane gets a hole in the side, I forgot what it's called, but the pressure difference. That's how I'd quite like to be sucked out of a plane. Enough is enough. Time to get rid of this goddamn Johnny Knight on this goddamn plane, and then go flying out the hole.
I'd quite like to be waterboarded by Will Smith.
What? Why?
That's just it. That's it. That's a hobby
is that a thing
of mine.
he does, or just?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm trying to think what film he does it in. Maybe it's not Will Smith.
I don't know what I'd want to do something like a stunt, as well.
That's-
Like,
yeah.
you'd want to do something mental, but then the reality of it is you're gonna die anyway.
And you still feel pain even if you're immortal.
Yeah.
Don't you? So,
I learned to be Spider-Man, right?
yeah.
And then I'd get killed or whatever, because let's face it, I'm not gonna be able to like stop robbers and criminals and all that kind of thing. And I'll
Can't be
get
arsed.
killed and come back, and then they'll
Okay.
they'll brown their trousers, and I'll
With paint.
be like, yeah, I scared you because I came back to life. Yeah, like Kick-Ass. That's how I'd be. Like really crap. Like thing,
Just
like,
good at getting beaten up.
Just good at getting
basically.
beaten up, but
Yeah.
my nerve endings.
You're listening to The Gentleman on Radio Brunel.
I want to discuss things that are going to happen in October because it's the first show of October. But first things first, it's time to start with this because this is coming to an end. So. So it is the Great British Bake Off, which hasn't finished yet. I believe it's got.
It's last week. Next week, isn't it?
It's the last
Yeah,
week,
it's
isn't
fun.
it? Yeah. So, I just wanted to discuss it for a little bit. So, do you guys bake at all? I have a feeling you bake, Tom.
I'm more of a cook than a baker, but I'll bake if it's someone's birthday. I'll bake them a cake.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a couple of nights you had the midnight baking. Thing
Yeah, in first year,
first year.
baking for people in our halls, and it was like, oh, they gone to bed, right? Get the bacon on. Because it has to be a secret, obviously.
Yeah. So no one nicks you.
And I found out that the girl that I baked the cake for doesn't actually like cake. I found that out recently.
Ooh, was it a romantic gesture?
No.
Okay. Because that would have been a bit doubly
Yeah.
awkward. Like.
It was awkward
Did you-
anyway. I baked you a cake.
It was awkward.
Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah. Thanks
Feeding it to the
for
dog on
that.
the table. So yeah. So would you say you're a master baker?
I am a master baker. I master bake several times a week.
Is that once a day or?
Once at lunch and once in the evening.
People didn't know, and I mentioned this at work the other day actually as well. Right, Great British Bake Off, or GBBO as fans are calling it. It has a soundtrack. It's obviously got its theme tune. But that soundtrack is available on Spotify, and you can also buy it as an album. But what I wanted to do on the radio today is just sort of, can you imagine if you're just in the kitchen? It doesn't matter if you're baking or you're actually, just cooking normally.
Microwaving some super noodles.
Microwave some super noodles, and all of a sudden, something starts going a bit wrong with your super noodles, right? They start burning or drying out. The drying out issue happens quite a lot. They start drying out, and all of a sudden you got this as your theme music. What, like? I think that would add a bit of drama.
That's intense.
Yeah.
A bit of drama to the.
Yeah.
Because they do play that. They do play it at random times, and in Bake Off, there's nothing really serious. It reminds me sometimes of that sketch, the Catherine Tate sketch, where that woman goes like, "It's the posh family," and they doing an egg and spoon race, and and she finds out the eggs aren't free range, and all the kids run off screaming. They're like, "Oh!" But that's what it reminds me of in Bake Off, because it's like, oh no, Brenda's dough is not moist enough. And it's literally just like, her dough. What are we going to do about her dough?
There's some leakage in
no.
the pies.
Plumbing issues.
She's got a soggy bottom.
I've put my bake in the bin. That was my favourite bit of this series.
Oh no.
That was it Richard?
Yeah. No.
What's his
He was the
name?
engineer letting down the bakers down. Oh.
What did he do? What did he do? He said,
He had his baked Alaska,
yeah.
and the old woman Was it
Yeah.
Diane or something like that?
Yeah.
Took it out the freezer for 30 seconds and he put it in too late or something. And then it was falling apart and he was just like, no, I can't present that. I'm putting that in the bin. And then he got unceremoniously fired from the Bake Off. And then there was a big uprising on Twitter, like, bring back Jordan or whatever his name was.
Oh.
It was like, was it like meltdown gate or something?
Yeah, hashtag meltdown gate.
It's so popular. It's at work, I'll bring it up and the whole office is on it. Like in like a second, usually you say something like, "Oh yeah, Doctor Who was good," and people will be like, "Yeah,
It's all right.
cool."
Not bad.
Bake Off people are going mental for it. It's crazy.
I've never watched it before, but I don't know. I've really got into this year, like, for some reason.
I quite like it. And there's always like the sort of sweetheart, isn't there? The one that people love, like out of the guys, and then you get halfway through the series and they're like, "Oh, right, he's gay." Right, okay. Like, all the girls are like, "Oh, he's so nice. He's so nice, and he can bake." Ooh, he's gay. The last week's anyway. But at the same time as your super noodles going wrong, you can have your super noodles go really right, and you might come in with a bit of this while you're making your super noodles. This is called Happy Pizza, and every time I think there's like a pizza just sort of walking around the kitchen, like just prancing around, like.
Just like Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story 3 when it's flopping around in the like tortilla.
Yeah, but essentially like that. But yeah, and the other one was called racing baking. So, when you're baking 7 times a week, you're racing baking. I don't know. But Bake Off is a big one this week. But we all know what Bake Off is getting replaced by this month, right?
Is it? What is it?
I'm going to play it in. I'm not going to even mention another thing.
What I think it is.
I'm going to play it in, and with a bit of a alternative. Here we go.
Sir Alan Sugar. This is Sir Alan Sugar. Sir Alan Sugar. Recently sold computer giant Amstrads from the back of a van. These days, Sir Alan's worth more than £8.
£8? Shut it. Don't ever underestimate me. I've got a B in GCSE French. I know the words to Candle in the Wind. I won an egg and spoon race once. I drink 1,000 cups of coffee a day. My car can go 100 miles an hour. Nice. Never underestimate me. I'm certainly better than you tossers. You're supposed to be the brightest lot of entrepreneurs in the country.
I am technically useless.
Encouraging, isn't it? Right, who's next?
It's my birthday today, Sir Alan. I'm 36 today.
Hey, are you having a laugh or what? In your CV, what's the first thing you wrote on it?
I eat in a lot of Italian restaurants.
Congratulations.
I am very into art, and I find it very difficult to have conversations about football.
This is not a football match. I mean, they're all as bad as each other, quite honestly. The bloody bleeding, bloody apprentice. It's the bloody apprentice. In comes the most important man of the day, Sir Alan Sugar's on television.
Sir Alan, we'll see you now.
Imagine hearing that before a job interview, that little doo.
Oh, that's really eerie, isn't it?
Yeah, life should have theme tunes or like
in the waiting
make everything
room.
so much more tense. And
But I'm looking forward to that. The Apprentice series 10. So the 10th series starts Tuesday the 14th of October, episode 1, and Wednesday the 15th of October, episode 2. So you've basically got 2 episodes in 1 week, and every Wednesday after from 9 p.m. they're on. And the 10th anniversary show will be on Monday the 13th of October at 10:35 p.m. And that's going to be basically a little bit of Cassette Boy, really. I can imagine they're going to relive some absolute blinders of
Probably a Where Are They Now of like Stuart Baggs the
That would
brand.
be quite good, actually. Do you remember?
Stop right now, thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch.
That's right. It is Stop Right Now. Thank you very much, time. As we're on the theme of talking about things in in October, I'm decided to support and be in support of Stoptober. If you don't know what Stoptober is, it's basically a 28-day challenge to encourage people to stop smoking. And apparently, if you complete it, you are 5 times more likely to stop for good. It currently has over
232,289 people.
That number there.
282. I don't know why I said 9. I can't read a number.
Can anyone read it?
Can anyone does anyone know how to read out numbers?
232982.
A lot of people.
232,982. Whee.
Well done.
And the gentleman is in. I don't smoke, by the way. But I think every month should have something like, why not? You've got Movember. You've got Go Sober, October, and you've got like obviously Stoptober. There should be other things, shouldn't there? Like like no fast food February, or anal August, which is more charming than it sounds because it's a focus on prostate. So it'll be for prostate.
Just focusing on prostate.
Just focusing on prostate. So anal August. Although I reckon people will get the wrong idea, and there'll be loads of people just hobbling for about a month. Anyway, for October, I'll be showing my support. What I want to do is do stop-related features. This week we're playing Stop Right Now, a game that is almost a knockoff of Room 101. But it is live in your ears. The aim of the game is to decide in each round what thing we want to just stop. The first round is called Here, There and Everywhere. In front of you is a piece of paper with 3 things on. Firstly, read them out.
Okay. First one's Tinder or Grindr.
And
POF, Plenty of Fish, and speed dating.
Okay, so these are I thought Tinder keeps coming up on the show, right? Because I think everyone seems to associate gentlemanliness with swiping left and right. so Tinder and Grindr, and I thought I'd be, PC, include Grindr, which is the homosexual version of the app. And I don't think there's a lesbian one. I'm sure it's just Tinder. I mean, you can be gay on Tinder, but
you can, yeah. Or you can get blokes show up when you're looking for girls as well.
Yeah, just trying to get in the heterosexual market. Yeah. So you got that. You know what POF is? Plenty of Fish, which is basically the free online dating sites for. I don't know this personally. It's a free online dating site for anyone and everyone basically, and you can pay subscriptions, but it works pretty well, and it does. It has its own in-house sort of Tinder, and it has a messaging system where you can message people and pester them. Come on, let's meet. Yeah. And then you've got speed dating. Speed dating currently is the platform where you can basically Google speed dating, and you'll be able to achieve a night out where you sit at the table for about 20 seconds and meet random people, and it's on a rotatory basis. I'm sure you know what speed dating is, but nowadays it's very speed dating, where you can do that kind of thing. That's a gap in the market that I just thought of a good brand idea. Speed dating. It's like those
chat roulette.
It's like, yeah.
That's sort of skipping ahead of the date, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
But you just have to get rid of the meat spins on on the chat roulette. But
if you don't know what meat spin is, Google it.
If you want something a bit light-hearted and you're under the age of 18, try leek spin. And that will give you the general idea, but the vegetarian version.
Vegetarian.
Or vegan. Out of those 3, which one would you just say stop?
I think Tinder. I think Tinder should be in room 101, or whatever we're calling it.
In the stop bucket.
Yeah, it's I don't know. People don't really use it as like a dating thing, in my experience.
No, but
they just go, "Oh, look, I've got like so many matches. Oh, look, isn't that good for me?"
I personally think the app's flawed because I don't get any matches. I think there's a
there's a bug on mine as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's an issue there. I think it needs an update.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, because Grindr works fine for me.
Yeah. Very popular on that.
What can you do? POF, on the other hand, POF in the summary is single mums trying to look for a bit of fun. And speed dating, speed dating actually brings it back to actually meeting someone. So I don't have much of a problem with speed dating, apart from the fact that you get weirdos. But I think that's a stereotype again. I think you don't get that. Like,
you don't have to see the weirdos again, I suppose.
True. What will you do with those three?
I think they're all quite similar, but I've heard weird things about Plenty of Fish, definitely.
Yeah. So is it POF? Are we chucking POF into the stop?
I think so. Of all of them, that's probably the worst.
Yep. So POF. See you later. We're still swiping left and right on Tinder and Grindr, and we're still gonna speed date. I haven't done. Have you done speed dating?
No, I haven't. No, I've used Tinder, but I haven't speed dated.
No, I really want to give it a go. Not like just out of curiosity of how it works. Like it's something you want to do, isn't it?
And if you knew there would actually be girls there as well, because you'd be like, is it just gonna be me and a load of blokes going?
So stop using POF if you're a fan of The Gentleman. We're done with it. We don't want you single mums anymore. We're moving on to a finer class of woman. The woman that we judge by a photo on an app. and potentially the woman we speak to for 20 minutes before someone blows a whistle to move them on, or us on, I don't know. It's the men that moves, isn't it? Because that's chivalrous. And it is time to play out. So thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Joey.
Yeah, and it's goodbye from me from another week. I'll be on.
About the...
Oh, God. The prediction, ladies and gentlemen. We almost forgot about the prediction.
Open Darren Brown's...
The prediction
envelope. So what did we actually...
So, you said that the colours you chose were purple, orange, green and green. And 4817.
We've got purple, orange, green and blue. And what did you say? 418 and...
418.
You got 417 and 2, so you only got 2 wrong.
That's not bad.
Out of the 8, that's pretty good. Yeah,
that's not bad. We'll treat that as a semi victory. I think a small forfeit will be fought through for next week. But it is time to play out, and thank you for listening.